one moment while I change that.
Lost now. Screw with the casters. I'll go ahead and introduce him nonetheless. Spawning down here in the 8 o'clock position is Cole's QXC as the Teal Terran.
And his opponent on the upper right base location is the Orange Terran, Empire Beastie QD.
Yeah.
And Antigua, another fairly large map. It's got definitely different dynamics than Whirlwind. Like, you're not going to easily see a 5 base Terran here anytime soon, but it's definitely possible. In the past, too, we've seen some really sneaky bases on this map, too, which I think is really cool, because, I mean, when you're so focused on fighting against the 3 your opponent has, you often forget to check. Oh, maybe he's got something in the lower right corner of the map. Who knows?
Yeah, in the team leagues is generally where you see Beastie play when he's not laddering or streaming. And he tends to take this base very, very often against Protoss. Because, I mean, in this tournament setting, you're guaranteed 2 spawns on the map, and they'll be cross-position. So it's not really some place that the Protoss will readily check when they're thinking, oh, well, I'm going to go drop a pylon here to scout.
Yeah. For those who don't know, by the way, Complexity is actually taking part in the team league that we're also casting in the upcoming weeks. And I believe, I'm not saying for sure, I know Sasquatch and a lot of the other big Complexity guys like Trigun, etc. Or sorry, Trimaster, well, I can't speak, Minigun, blah, blah, blah. I believe QXC is on the roster, so if you want to see more of him, you potentially will if you tune in for the Team League stuff that will be broadcast on the channel. So keep an eye on Team Liquid for that stuff if you like QXC. There's Complexity. I think Complexity Light are probably the 2 top contenders, I'd have to say, for the #1 spot. But, I mean, there's a lot of teams, 16 teams made it through, so we'll see what happens. But that's neither here nor there, because we're getting back to this show match.
This is really interesting. So Beastie's going for a 13 gas, which is like what you do on Antigua. You either go gas first or 13 gas. Very, very rarely do you see people open with the 1 Rax FE in competitive play because it's so difficult to hold. 1 base aggression, even if it's just a little bit of Hellion Marine pressure. If you don't have that Marine count up and your opponent abuses the fact that the natural is so far away from the main base and this ledge is so accessible for the aggressor, I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. QXC's making the good choice here, I think, and putting his command center in the on the high ground there, right next to his main. This SCV,
did see it,
balls
though.
of steel. Oh wow, he's actually even going to get in to scout this command center because QXC did cut marine
saw
production
it.
to get this gas out. Oh, sir. Aw.
But now he definitely confirms it if you didn't pay attention before.
Yeah, and he even sees the gas timing. That's huge. It's defensive in a way. It seems counterintuitive, but unless your opponent's going for Reaper, getting fast gas like this is the easiest way to defend yourself against a 1 base play. And Hero SCV stays alive.
Nope. Goes down. Can't quite make it
Nope.
to the smoking time. Camera's on you for a little bit.
Alright, cool. And we do have a second refinery coming down for Beastie. This is quite late though, it's after the starport. And he isn't actually continuing up with Hellion production.
I kind of
Yeah,
like
they're-
BC's I don't care attitude too, because I mean the SCV of QXC was in the base. He saw the gas, and it wasn't take out. He's like, you know what? I'm not just gonna put down the factory. Don't even care. You're right next to the factory, literally. So you know what I'm doing, and I don't care because I know it'll work.
Huh, apparently our stream is like offline on Team Liquid. But online on Twitch. Like you have to go to Twitch to view it. So I may message Matt about that if the problem continues. So it looks like QXC is actually going to follow this up with reactored Hellions.
Yeah,
Whereas, oh, scan, nice.
We'll take a break after this game to sort that. That's actually a pretty big deal. Oh, but look at this, going for the medevac energy right away. Oh, I guess just a cancel. Try and psych him
Yeah,
out
it was a
for
fake.
the scan.
Yeah.
Not sure if QXC
That's
caught
kind of
that
a-
or not. That's kind of a cool bait, but I'm not sure if QXC would have seen that.
Yeah. He may have, but I mean, there's no eBay, there's no reaction to it, and we actually have a Raven first. Holy crap! This is gonna be this is awesomeness. All right, so Supernova and Joxy have done this build on Antigua for like well over a year at this point, but it's still effective. It's like one of those old all-ins that like you can't go wrong with it if you execute it correctly. The PDD will eat up so many Viking shots if your opponent, like QXC, is going for this Viking first to try and defend, and the tanks will just ravage everything because they have that vision, and there's nothing to contest the high ground vision. QXC has placed his buildings quite well here. His starport, this is like, you don't do this based on a whim. This is the fact that he's playing Antigua at TVT, so his opponent won't siege up from this location and be able to take out his starport. And he even has an engineering bay following this up now, being extra safe against possible cloaked banshees. But I really like this. I mean, Beastie at this point is really denying his opponent's scouting information too by holding this high ground right here.
Well, it'll definitely be interesting to see what he pushes up into. I mean, we got several turrets coming down right away. We got Marines positioned here. I don't think the Raven's gonna get in for free by any means.
Oh, yeah, you have to click the play button to start it. That was happening to me when I was watching a couple streams yesterday. It's a little bit of a pain. It may be Twitch. I don't know. Everything's a little derpy right now. The TL servers went down, I think, 3 or 4 times now since Sandy.
After this game, we have to swap servers anyway, so we can take a look at it then.
Yeah. So Beastie's siege mode is actually not too much faster than his opponent's, so QXC could possibly be in a good situation to hold this. However, he is supply blocked, so he doesn't even have the first tank in production. They're just now starting.
A little
and 2
unfortunate.
additional supply depots on the way, yeah.
But I mean, if QXC holds, he's got the second base up. Look at the worker count. He's so far ahead.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, unless Beastie does some severe damage here, QXC's sitting pretty.
And there's a siege. PDD goes down, and Cursory Viking Shot does damage Beastie's Viking a little bit.
Ooh, trying to pick up that tech lab. If he gets that,
oh god!
If he denies that siege mode, oh, SCV's being rushed.
Knows this.
Oh, but doesn't matter. Not enough SCVs. Oh, it's so close to finishing, and it gets denied. And now Beastie is sitting pretty because, yes, QXC does have this tank, but it does not matter.
Oh my god, that's like, your heart sinks.
Oh, look at this, a bunker coming down too. Trying to use the PDD before it expires.
He knows his opponent has to break him on the low ground when siege mode isn't complete. That's the only way to access these tanks. I'm sure you can try and engage from the high ground here, but your opponent has the Viking lead. QXC's just going to try and keep picking away at that point defense drone and hope.
The point defense drone is going to be there for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, and even losing his Vikings.
Because it continuously hit. Yeah, 1 Viking to 3 right now. Oh my god.
Oh no, and the barracks is going to go down. He's trying to repair it, but it's not enough. Factories and barracks going up in the back lines away from the siege mode, but I mean, the siege mode is astoundingly effective.
And I've actually never seen this done before. But QXC is making his opponent think, if he does scan the natural or manage to get a Hellion by, that he doesn't have an expansion, whereas he does.
Yeah, hidden away. This is the hidden base I was talking about earlier. I don't know that QXC can break this though. Like, honestly and truly, he's just losing SCV after SCV trying to repair his stuff. And he can't.
And he still has an SCV lead. I mean, that's how much, like, there has been no SCV production from Beastie for quite a while at this point. Just concentrating full-on attacking units. I'm surprised that he doesn't actually have a second barracks added.
QXC is buying time though. His siege mode is nearing completion. And with 3 siege tanks, if you could just hold on.
Just a little bit longer. It seems
but the advancing siege tanks are going to make that very, very difficult.
Yeah, and this air lead, this isn't something you get back. There's another point defense turn down at this point, and he doesn't even have a reactor on the starport.
Siege mode is finished for QXC. Let's see if he pulls this back now. Oh, everything just slightly out of vision. The Marine's actually causing some splash damage.
No, the SCVs. Oh,
and
QXC
finally,
just lost
QXC
7 SCVs there to 2 tank volleys.
But he's still got more. 35 to 34, hilariously enough.
Yep. Damn straight.
The thing I am most scared about here for QXC is these Marines. They're just fodder for the tanks.
Yeah. And even, like, Beastie at this point, he could move his Vikings forward, land them on the tanks, and then move his Marines forward. But the natural from Beastie's or QXC is going to go down here. There's nothing he can do. Like, if QXC lifts this, he doesn't have any anti-air to
the Vikings will kill it, yeah. All in here, not going to be enough. And a sad, sad end to this game.